Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making a love fruit from the game Blox Fruits. So let's get started. We're going to click on the blue create button and click document. I'm going to type in love fruit because that's what it's called. As soon as it comes up here, I've already saved an image that we're going to use just like we have in a bunch of other videos, but we're going to use this image over and over again so we can get exactly what we want here. So I'm going to click on the front plane. I'm going to click sketch. I'm going to type N, so I'm looking right at my sketch. Right up here, we have insert image. And I'm going to import my picture that I've saved. We're going to go with this one. And as soon as that uploads, I'm going to click it. And we'll X out of all this. We don't need to see it. And then click on this edge here. And there we go. And then I can choose how big I want this to be by typing D or clicking right here on my dimension tool. And let's see, I probably want that to be about 100 millimeters tall for right now. So we'll go with that. So the first thing I'm going to do for this love fruit is get the overall shape of the body. Now the difficulty is that this picture is at an angle. It's not looking straight on to the love fruit. So I'm just going to kind of guess what it's going to look like based off of this image. So I'm going to hit escape so that I'm no longer in my dimension tool. I'm going to drag this over a little bit until these two arches meet right about on my center line. So we'll go about like that. And then I'm going to use my spline tool like we have in the past. And I'm going to click right there, all along this edge until I reach the bottom here. Then I'm going to click and escape. And there's my spline. And the rest we just need lines for. So I'm going to click my line tool, there, and this is actually going to be straight over because we're going to be looking straight on. And I'm going to hit escape. And then I'm going to draw a construction line, so a line that won't affect our extrusion at all. And it's going to be straight down the middle so that I can then click mirror, select that line I just made, and draw a box around everything else there and mirror it across the line. And there is my love fruit shape. So you can see it's not exactly what the picture looks like, but it's pretty close. So green check mark. And I'm going to hide, not hide the sketch yet. We're going to do our extrusion. So click extrude, click on the sketch I just made. And I want to extrude this symmetrically so that it goes to both sides of this front plane like this. If I click symmetric, there we go. It goes to both sides. Green check mark. And I'm going to once again make another sketch on the front plane, not the front face of my part, but on the front plane. So sketch and type N. So I'm looking right at my sketch. Now, if I show this first sketch, it'll show the image. And the next thing I'm going to try and make is this kind of cone-shaped thing on top. But as you can see from the image, it's not centered. So what I can do is I can hide this one and add this picture in again. So insert image again, click love fruit again, and draw it out like that. Dimension it. So type D or click your dimension tool. Click one side, click to the side, and we'll go 100 again so it's the same size. And then you can see where my shape is right here, my current love fruit. I'm going to hit escape, and then I can drag this so it's exactly where I want it to be. So right in the middle, kind of like that. We'll go right there. Perfect. And now I'm going to draw a line that goes from one side to the other across the top. And we're going to do a revolve because this is symmetric in all 360 degrees. So escape, and then we're going to use our arc tool. And we can see we have a bunch of different arcs. We want to click conic just because it makes about the right shape for this. So I click one endpoint, I click the other endpoint, and I click in the middle, like that. I'm going to hit escape. You don't need to know what the row value is right now. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to make these points symmetric about the center. So I'm going to click my drop down here, go with symmetric right here. I'm going to click one point, then the other point. Oh, but I didn't make my symmetric line, so I'm going to do that. Escape, line for construction. And you can see it highlights the middle line orange like that whenever I go over it. I want that because I want to be right in the middle. Doesn't matter how long you make this line, it just has to be vertical. And now I'm going to do my symmetric constraint. So I click one side, then the other, then the line, I want them to be symmetric across. And there we go. Now it's perfectly symmetric. And I can get about the right shape. So if I drag this to the side, I can get it bigger or smaller. Like that. So let's go right about there. I like it. And I'll probably drag this point up just a little bit. Like that. And now we can't revolve this whole thing around this line. We can only revolve half of it around the line. So I'm going to grab my line tool and make a line right down the center like this. Escape. And then I can grab my trim tool and trim everything off of this side like that. Now, if I green check mark and do a revolve, I can click what I just made and then click my revolve axis, which is the central line of what we just made. And it'll make exactly what we're looking for there. So green check mark. And then you can see that's pretty much what we're after. If you wanted to be a little bit taller, because it might look a little bit taller in the picture, then you can absolutely do that. You can just double click back into your sketch. Type N, so you're looking right at it. And then you can just drag this up even a little bit higher like that if you wanted to. And then I don't want any kind of gap down here because that won't print as well. And so I'm going to drag this point down until we're below the point of our heart right there. So green check mark. And there we go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the heart kind of stalk that goes on top. So once again, I'm going to make another sketch on my front plane. So click my front plane like that. Click sketch, type N. So I'm looking right at my sketch. And once again, I'm going to re-import the image again. So I'll draw it again like this. I'll dimension this side to be 100 again. So it's all the same scale. I'm going to hit escape so I'm not in my dimension tool anymore. And then I'm going to just drag this until that heart shape is right on top of my revolved kind of pedestal right here. So let's go with something about like that. There we go. And then I'm going to draw my symmetry line again. Actually, first, I'm going to use this use tool. So I can grab this top line of my pedestal. And then I'm going to draw my symmetry line that goes straight up the middle. You can see it goes pretty well up the middle of this stalk, the heart on top. And then I'm just going to use my spline tool to trace this heart. If I zoom out a little bit, then I can see the whole thing. And we want to end right on that symmetry line, like that. And then escape, and it'll look exactly like what I'm after. I think to make it a little bit easier to print and to look a little bit better, I'm going to drag these, still in my spline tool. I'm going to drag these points out just a little bit so they're not quite so close to the line of symmetry. And then I'm going to do a spline once again on this part of the heart right here. And I'm going to hold shift down this time so that I don't accidentally snap to anything else, except for at the very end when I want to snap to my center line. And escape. And then I will mirror both of these so that it's even across both sides. So I'm going to click my mirror and then click this center line and then draw a box on everything that we just made. And then it mirrors. And you can see it doesn't look exactly the same just because what's actually in the picture isn't exactly symmetric. And if you don't want it to be, then you can get rid of that and you can trace the other side if you want. But I kind of want it to look symmetric. Last thing to do is to close this off on the bottom because we don't actually have a line down there. So we click line, one point, and then the other point, escape, and green check mark. And then we're just going to extrude that. So I click my extrude tool, click on the sketch we just made, and you can see it's only going to one side. Here, let me see if I can hide my sketch so it doesn't look quite as confusing. It's only going to one side. So again, I'm going to go symmetric. And it's way too big. So let's see what 5 millimeters would look like. I think I kind of like that. Maybe I'll see what 4 looks like. Yeah, let's go with that. That looks about right. So we're going to green check mark. And then if I show my sketch again and show the picture, you can see it's kind of smooth, the actual white stock in the picture. So I'm going to round out my edges here by hiding my sketch again and then using the fillet tool. So I'm going to click this edge and this edge and this edge and this edge. You can see my fillet is a little too big right here to work. So let's just make that 1 millimeter. See what it looks like. I like it. Let's see if I can get this inside without it breaking. There we go. So now it's really nice and smooth. I might even be able to get the bottom here so it smoothly goes into my pedestal. There we go. That's what goes on top. Green check mark. So the last thing to do is add the eyes and the mouth. So there's actually a really creative way we can do this so that we can print it in different colors. Because if I show my sketch again, or my image, you can see that the majority of the fruit is like kind of this darker pink. And then the top and the eyes and the mouth are white. But if I'm on a 3D printer, I can pretty much only print in one layer or in one color per layer. And these are pretty much flush with that face or flat with the front face of my love fruit. So what I can do is I can cut holes that are this shape in the fruit and then make eyes and a mouth that are that shape and print them separately from white. And then I can glue them together so that they're 2 different colors in the same print. This one we don't really have to do that to, because if we print it in this orientation with the layer lines going up like this, then we can just change colors right here and we can have a pink fruit body and a white stem or stalk on top. So I'm going to hide this sketch again and then we'll draw those eyes. So for this one, I don't want to be on the front plane. I want to be on the front face of my fruit. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to click sketch. I'm going to type N. So I'm looking right at my sketch. And then I'm going to add that picture in again. And there we go. And I'm going to dimension it so it's the right size. So that's 100 millimeters again. There we go. Escape, so I'm not in my dimension tool anymore. And then drag this eye where I want it. And I'm guessing you might actually want to have the different looking eyes just because it's kind of cool. It plays into what the fruit actually looks like. So I'm going to try to make these as symmetric as I can across my actual fruit that you can see I have right here. So let's do something like that. And then I'm going to use my spline tool again to trace the outside of each of these. Escape so I can get a nice pointy edge. and start a new spline. And this is just like connect the dots. And then click, escape, and we'll do another one right here. I'm going to click shift because you can see that faint orange line is making me exactly horizontal from this starting point. I don't want that in case I want to drag this around. So I'm going to hit shift so it doesn't snap to that. And we're going to trace this eye. And escape, and we'll do a new one, and then hit shift. And escape. And then our last spline here, I'm also going to be holding down shift for. And then we'll make one more. And let go of shift. And there we go. There's my mouth and eyes. So if I go green check mark and I extrude these 1, 2, 3, like that. That's what's white, and then what's behind it is pink. I'm going to hide my sketch just so you can see what I'm actually doing here. And right now, it would extrude those way out. That's not what we want. What we want is to actually extrude them into the part and use them to make a cut. So the way I can do that is right here. You can see there's new and there's add. Add is going to just add material to our fruit that we already have here, but we want to make actually new parts because we're going to print these separately. So I'm going to go with new. So it's a new part, and that'll make all these a different color just so you know they're all new parts. And then we have these 3 new parts right here that you can see. So I'm going to flip my direction. That's going to be way too big because I don't want to cut a hole that big. So let's go with 2 millimeters and see what that looks like. I think I like that. So we have those 3 new parts. We're going to green check mark. And then this is a really cool new tool. It's called Boolean right here. Looks like a Venn diagram. And with this one, I can use my 3 new parts right here to cut holes in my fruit without getting rid of the actual parts. I'm going to show you what I mean. So there's union, that adds things together. So that would add these parts into my fruit. I don't need to do that. And then there's subtract. And that is going to take away these 3 parts from my fruit, which is what I want to do. Those are going to be what's called the tools. So it's what's going to do the cutting. So I'm going to click for my tools, part 2, 3, and 4, because those are the new parts that I made. And then my target is what I'm going to be cutting. So that is going to be my love fruit. So that's going to be part 1. Then we want to make sure that keep tools is checked here. So then if I green check mark, you can see if I hide parts 2, 3, and 4, that now I've cut holes in my love fruit. And then if I unhide those and I hide my part 1, you can see I have those parts all by themselves. So I can print these in white, and I can print the love fruit in pink, and then white for the stem on top. And I'll have a multicolored print. It's pretty cool. If you wanted to, you could even do that with the 2 different shades of pink here. So there's a light pink right here, and there's a dark pink right there. And if you wanted to, you could make another part that is this light pink that we could then print and have as another inlay for this love fruit, so that you can have even 3 different colors in the same print there. All right, that is it for today. Let me know if you're able to make your love fruit, and we'll get it printed off. Might even make a good Christmas ornament because you got a hole right here, and so you could hang it off your Christmas tree. All right, we'll see you.